Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Om Akhandananda Sambodha Bandhanat Yasya Jayate Govindam Tamaham Vande Siddhantatanum Gurum. So yesterday we were seeing Ragadvesha Bhayadinam Anurupancharanapi Yo Antaha Vyomavat Atyacha Sa Jīvanmukta ucyate. Ragadvesha Bhayadinam Anurupancharanapi. Though he may react in the same way, like one reacts for object of desire or object of hatred or object of fear. He may react in the same way, but still Vyomavat Yah Antaha Atyacha, one who is completely not tainted by any of this, unaffected by any of this, like the ether, like the space. He is what whom we call as jīvanmukta, sa jīvanmukta ucyate. Okay. Yasya nāhaṅkṛto bhāvah buddhiryasya na lipyate kurvato'kurvato vāpi sa jīvanmukta ucyate. Yasya nāhaṅkṛto bhāvah buddhiryasya na lipyate kurvato'kurvato vāpi sa jīvanmukta ucyate. Yasya kurvataḥ, whether he performs an action or he does not perform some action, whether he performs an action which is prescribed or prohibited, whether he does not perform action which is prohibited or prescribed, does not really matter. Yasya ahaṅkṛto bhāvah, there is no identification with this. He does not think that I did, I didn't. There is no joy or remorse because he did or didn't do something. Na yasya buddhi na lipyate, his mind is not tainted by the karmas he performs. So the ego is not there, or the result of the karmas also don't taint him. That sa jīvanmukta ucyate. He is called as jīvanmukta. Yes, samastārthajāleṣu vyavahāryapi śītalaḥ parārtheṣviva pūrṇātmā sa jīvanmukta ucyate. Yah samastārthajāleṣu vyavahāryapi śītalaḥ parārtheṣviva pūrṇātmā sa jīvanmukta ucyate. Very good. Yah samastārthajāleṣu vyavahāryapi. Samastārthajāleṣu. Yah means one. Samasta all, artha objects, jala means the web of all the objects. Vyavahāryapi. Though he may, see, vyavahāra means transaction. Vyavahāri means one who is transacting. Though he may be transacting with all the web of objects, all the objects in the world. Meaning, though he may seem to be transacting with all the objects with the world. That is how you have to interpret. Otherwise, there will be a big problem. We'll see that. Samastārthajāleṣu. Parārtheṣviva śītalaḥ. He may seem to be acting, but he will be like acting it. He will be performing those actions as though it is for others. When we are performing for others, not lackluster action. No, he will not be affected by them. Śītalaḥ, cold. Śītala means cold. Means not cold-hearted. He will not be affected by emotions that produce those actions produce. See, when if it is for yourself, it is a nuisance. If the same thing is happening for someone, it is news. I'll give you an example. I told you that at the beginning of the lecture, early in the series, I told you I met with an accident and all that story. That is not an important thing now. Even if you don't remember, it does not really matter. The point is, when I opened my eyes, this doctor came to me and he asked, who are you and what and all. And then someone remembered that there is a relative who is staying here. So he asked me, who is that? So it was my great-grandmother who was staying in the same hospital. She was admitted to that. Oh, okay, I'll send a news message to them. So he called a ward boy and said, okay, go and I tell, what are you doing? You don't want to say or what? No, that's not the point. What are you going to say? So and so. No, don't say my name because they won't understand me by this name. Tell them with this name. Then they'll understand. Okay. So these names, they have many similarities. It's very difficult. Okay. So this fellow who took the news to the third floor where she was admitted was a Brihaspati. Brihaspati, the god of gurus, the guru of deities, right? So people who are idiots are also referred to as Brihaspati. So this fellow was a Brihaspati. He went there and misinterpreted the name. He could not even remember a simple name, which is a common name. He used another common name instead of this common name. And the one who was taking care of, who was staying there, who was attending their grandmother, great grandmother, was another grandmother, her daughter. She came running crying because the name this Brihaspati told her was her son's name. And he just got better from an accident. Now another accident. She could not handle it. She came crying. She saw me. It is you. I thought it is him. Again another accident. You have to see the relief. That is what it is. When it was for her son, it was nuisance. When it was for me, even though I was a relative, it is just a news. You understand? So that is how it is. He is not going to be affected by them. Śītalaḥ. Okay. Why is he not going to be affected by them? Because why are you going to perform an action? It is not for himself. Why it is not for himself? Why will you perform an action? Either to whatever you do in this world, it is to bring a fulfillment to you. Whether you are adding something new to your life or removing something old from your life, they are all to bring you fulfillment. Now there is no need for any fulfillment for this fellow. Why? Because pūrṇātmā, he is already absolute. Therefore, jīvanmukta, he is referred to as jīvanmukta. Okay? dvaitavarjitacinmātre, pade paramapāvane, akṣubdhacittaviśrāntaḥ, jīvanmukta ucyate, dvaitavarjitacinmātre pade paramapāvane, akṣubdhacittaviśrāntaḥ, jīvanmukta ucyate. Dvaitavarjita, devoid of duality. We have already said, the moment the light comes, the darkness gets destroyed. The moment he is established in Advaita, there is no Dvaita. So, dvaitavarjite, where there is absence of duality, in that state, absence of duality means, oh, I understand, shunya, void. To remove that error, he says, cinmātre, in the pure knowledge form. Cinmātre, Chaitanya, knowledge, consciousness. In that consciousness, in that knowledge state, paramapāvane, which is absolutely purifying. Pavane root, from pavane, pavana shabda. Pavana means purifier. Okay. Now, if you go and take bath in Ganges, if you take bath in tap water, then it's going to purify your body. You go to Ganges, take a dip, then it purifies not just your body, also your mind. So it brings in punya. So this is a place where if you take a dip, if you are one with that, then this is called as Shiva, auspicious. What can bring you better purity than the self? So that which is paramapāvane, absolutely purifying thing. Pade means, normally pada means state. Here pada means padaniya, that which needs to be gained. In that state, that which needs to be gained, that purity, that absolute purity that needs to be gained, in that akṣubdhacittaviśrāntaḥ, he rests. Vishrāntaḥ means he is resting his mind, akṣubdha, without any trouble. Without any trouble, he is establishing mind in that. Establishing the mind in that means the duality got rested. There is where will the mind rest if there is no ignorance? In the substratum. So he remains as a substratum. So jīvanmukta ucyate. He is called as jīvanmukta. Idaṃ jagat. What does that mean? Dvaitavarjita and all that. So he says, idam jagat ayam soyam dṛśyajātamavāstavam yasya citte na sphurati sa jīvanmukta ucyate. So we used words like dvaitavarjita, then parārtheṣviva, vyavahāryapi, etc. So you should not have some ideas of that fellow who is going to do activities with reference to the world, transact with the world. So idam jagat ayam so ayam dṛśyajātamavāstavam yasya citte na sphurati sa jīvanmukta ucyate. See this very clearly. Understand this very clearly. Idam jagat, this world. Ayam, this fellow. So ayam, that is this fellow. Avastavam dṛśyajātam. All these are avastavam, non-real, illusory. Dṛśyajātamavāstavam. The whole world, dṛśyajātam, whatever you perceive, they are all non-real, illusory. Yasya citte na sphurati, in whose mind they are not experienced. Purana means to experience. They are not experienced. See, when do you experience things? When there is object, your mind associated with the object, then you experience things. Okay, so there should be object, your mind should be associated with the object, only then you are experiencing thing. First, there is no mind. Okay, so the next point is there object? There is no object also. Dvaitavarjite, they are all absent already. Cause is not there, so effect cannot be existent. And we are accepting a drishti-srishtivada, not srishti-drishtivada. Srishti-drishti means creation, perceiving. We are not perceiving whatever is created. We are creating through the perception. Drishti-srishtivada. You see, it exists. You don't see, it doesn't exist. In the dream, deep sleep, it doesn't exist. This world does not exist. So it cannot be accepted to be real. So he says, all these, whatever you perceive, they are all avastam. They are all like whatever you perceive as this world, that fellow, this fellow, etc. They are all non-real. Yasya citte na sphurati, in whose mind they are not experienced. That fellow is sa jīvanmukta ucyate. That fellow is referred to as jīvanmukta. cidātmāhaṃ paramātmāhaṃ nirguṇo'haṃ parātparaḥ ātmamātreṇa yastiṣṭhetsa sa jīvanmukta ucyate. cidātmāhaṃ parātmāhaṃ nirguṇo'haṃ parātparaḥ ātmamātreṇa yastiṣṭhetsa sa jīvanmukta ucyate. Very good. Aham cidātmā, I am cidātmā, chit swarupa, knowledge form. Okay. Aham parātmā, I am the superior self. Understand it as parātmā. Para means superior, self, atma. So I am superior self. Then there is some inferior self also. That's a doubt. So he says, aham nirguṇo'haṃ, I am attributeless. So the superior, inferior and the ideas are not possible here. I am attributeless. Then why do you have to say parātmā? Whatever you accept as para, superior, this is superior than that. Superior than the superior. Parātparaḥ. That is why it is called as parātmā. In Shruti, this same word is referred to in a different way. This is parātparaḥ, superior than the superior. In the world, in the Shruti, it is said parāvara. Tasmin drishte parāvare, para avara. Whatever you accept to be superior in the world, that is inferior to it. Here, whatever you accept superior in the world, this is superior to that. There, whatever you accept to superior in the world, that is inferior to this. That is the difference. Okay? Yaha ātmamātreṇa tiṣṭhet. So, one who, without any attributes, without any inferior, superior ideas, is established only as the self. Sa jīvanmukta ucyate, he is referred to as jīvanmukta. dehatrayātirikto'haṃ śuddhacaitanyamasmyaham brahmāhamiti yasyantaḥ sa jīvanmukta ucyate. dehatrayātirikto'haṃ śuddhacaitanyam asmi aham brahma aham iti yasyantaḥ sa jīvanmukta ucyate. Aham dehatrayātiriktoḥ. I am different from the three bodies. Gross body, subtle body, also the causal body. We have to remember, causal body is not something superior, it is ignorance. So, one who is different from all these three bodies, and what does that mean? Different from, if there is no body, then void. So, to remove that immediately again, aham śuddhacaitanyam. Whenever there is a possibility of void, he immediately brings in the idea, aham śuddhacaitanyam, I am that pure consciousness, the pure knowledge. Asmi, I am that. Aham Brahma. What is that consciousness? The self. Iti yasya antaha. In this way, one who, you should not say feels inside, one who has a clarity, one who has determined knowledge, one who is completely one with that. Sa jīvanmukta ucyate. He is referred to as jīvanmukta. Why do you have to bring in determination? So, if you didn't understand that, I am one who is different from the three bodies. I am the pure consciousness. I am the absolute self. This internally, if you don't understand, okay, I'll explain that in a different way. The same ideas. Yasya dehatrayātirikto'haṃ nasti, yasya brahmeti niṣcayah, paramananda pūrṇo yah, sa jīvanmukta ucyate. The same idea is interpreted in a different way. Earlier he said, I am absolute, I am this, I am that. Now he is referring to one who has this, like that. Okay? Yasya dehatrayātirikto'haṃ nasti, yasya brahma iti niṣcayah, paramananda pūrṇo yah, sa jīvanmukta ucyate. Earlier, aham dehatrayātirikto'haṃ, I am different from the three bodies. Now he says, yasya dehatrayātirikto'haṃ nasti, one who does not have association with the body, etc. Yes, earlier he said, aham śuddhacaitanyam. Here, paramananda pūrṇah. But there it is consciousness. Here, consciousness and bliss are not different. Sad, Chit, Ananda. Whether you refer to the self as Sat or Chit or Ananda does not really matter. It's all same. So, there it is said, I am absolute consciousness. Here, one who is absolute bliss. There it is said, aham Brahma. Here he says, aham Brahma iti yasya antaha. Here it says, yasya brahmeti niṣcayah, one who has a clarity, a determined knowledge that I am self. Sa jīvanmukta ucyate. He is referred to as jīvanmukta. Same idea in a different way. That's all. Okay? Aham brahmasmi, aham brahmeti niṣcayah. Cidāṃ cheti sa jīvanmukta ucyate. Aham brahmasmi, aham brahma iti niṣcayah. Cidāṃ cha iti sa jīvanmukta ucyate. Whenever Shruti or the Vedantic text repeats some idea, aham brahmasmi, like that, then there may be two reasons you can understand. One may be, this jīvanmukta is jumping out of this bliss, joy. He's verbalizing his joy. Like that you can see. The other reason is, you can say that he is concluding the topic. Shruti is concluding the topic because this topic is concluded. When you repeat some idea, normally it's to denote the completion of topic. The topic we are discussing here is a jīvanmukta. That jīvanmukta is getting concluded here. Aham brahmasmi, aham brahma iti. I am Brahman, I am the self, iti. Aham chitte, I am the consciousness, In this way, yasya niṣcayah, one who has a clarity, immediate knowledge. Sa jīvanmukta ucyate. He is referred to as jīvanmukta. Okay. Since we spoke about jīvanmukta, we already referred to as this other state as videhamukta. Now we have to discuss videhamukta. We have already said very clearly that jīvanmukta and videhamukta are not two different states, they are same. Association with body itself is not there. He made it clear, dehatrayātirikto'haṃ nasti. All the three bodies, one who I am one who has no association with any of these three bodies. One who does not have any association body, etc. We have made it very clear. But still, since the Shruti brings in statement or two statement or some statements like this, There is a statement. Tasya tāvat eva chiram yavan na vimokshe ata sampatsye. Tasya tāvat eva chiram yavan na vimokshe ata sampatsye. Tasya tāvat eva chiram. He has to just wait only till then. Till when? Yavan na vimokshe, until he does not get liberated from the body. Death. That what we call as death. Ata sampatsye. Thereafter he gains. Gains what? That oneness. What does that mean? In the Shruti, another place, it says, Tasya pranaha iheva praviliyante. His pranas, his sense organs, merge here itself. They don't travel anywhere. Normally, if you don't understand the truth and you die, then your body sense organs, the body sense and subtle body and the sense organs, they travel to different planes. Now here that doesn't happen. Iheva samaviliyante. They merge here itself. Merge here itself means whichever was the cause for that particular sense organ, in that cause it merges. So, with reference to this statement, to give it a validity, he is bringing an idea, but he is immediately negating. We are not referring to that. jīvanmukti padam tyaktva swadehe kalasatkrute vishatya dehamuktattam pavano aspandatam iva. Another reason, the reason which we saw, we gave two examples or one example, whichever we want to see. We had a pot in the open space. The pot was filled with emptiness. Outside also there was emptiness. Inside the pot was empty, outside the pot is empty. So inside and outside there was emptiness. If the same pot is immersed in ocean, then inside also it is filled with water and outside also it is filled with water. We saw this. So this example of pot in the space or pot in the water, this example you take, break the pot. The inside outside idea is with reference to the pot. Now if you break the pot, there is no inside and there is no outside. That is what we are talking about. Okay. So otherwise, in the Bhashya, nowhere Bhagavan Bhashyakara gives any importance to Videyamukta, the Videyamukti. He talks only about Jīvanmukti and Jīvanmukta. Why? Because if you are not going to experience it in this body where you experience all the pain, what is the point in experiencing after death? It is like that yoga story where that eunuch's husband, he told his wife, don't worry, I will give you a child after I die. And he cannot give a child to her when he is alive. So similar idea. Okay. jīvanmukti padam tyaktva swadehe kalasatkrite vishati adeha muktatvam pavano aspandatam iva. Swadehe kalasatkrite. Swadehe, one's own body, which he was associated with, because of which he became a seeker and all that. That body, kalasatkrite, if it came under the, it becomes engulfed by the kala. Kala means time. Kala means the Lord of Death, Yama. So it is engulfed by, it is under the purview of the Kala, death. Jīvanmukti padam tyaktva, giving up the state of being a Jīvanmukta, adeha muktatvam vishati. Videha, vigata deha, videha, adeha, absence of deha. Same idea. So he gains that adeha muktatva. He gains that vishati. He gains that. Vishulru prapani. He gains that. Vishulru gato. He gains that. Okay. Now, what is the difference? Pavanaha aspandatam iva. See, earlier the air was flowing. Pavanaha air. Air was flowing. Now the air is momentless. There is no movement in the air. That is the state he gains. Okay. Now, tada. Okay. Thereafter, what happens? Tatat tat sambhavuva. Tatas tat sambhavuvaso yat giramapya gocharam yat shūnyam shūnyam brahma vidam cha yat vijnanam vijnana vidam alanam cha malatmakam sankhya drishtinam ishvara yoga vadinam shiva shaivagamasthanam kalah kaleka vadinam tadaha tad sambhavuva asau yad giramapi agocharam yad shunyavadinam shunyam brahma vidam cha yat vijnanam vijnana vidam malanam cha malatmakam Purushaha Sankhya Drishtinam, Ishvaraha Yogavadinam, Shivaha Shaivagamasthanam, Kalaha Kalaikavadinam. You have to be very careful. That is why I keep repeating, carelessness is death. Right? Carelessness is death. This statement should be understood in a proper sense. Why? You'll understand. Tataha, thereafter, after this state, after dying, aso, this jīvanmukta, yada girapi agochar, that state, that which cannot be even conceived by, agocharam, which cannot be grasped by the gira, words or Vedas. Even the Vedas or the words cannot understand it, which that state. Tad sambhavuva, he became that. What is that state? So he is bringing yad shunyavadinam shunyam, that which is called as shunya by the people who accept the shunya. Oh, no, he is not going to become shunya. Then what is going to be? Brahmavadinam chayat brahma, and that which is called as a brahma by the brahmavadinam, brahmavidam, the knowers of Brahman, the knowers of self. Okay, Vijnana Vidam Vijnanam, by the Vijnanavadi Buddhist, that which is referred to as, or Vijnanavadi, the Purvimamsa, that is accepted as Vijnana. Malanam cha malatmakam, and that which is accepted by the impurity, by the people who accept the impurities. Sankhya Drishtinam Purushaha, and it is the Purusha, Prakriti and Purusha are the two things which the Sankhya people accept. So, people of Sankhya philosophy, for them, whatever is a Purusha, that Purusha he becomes. Yogavadinam Ishvara, he becomes the Ishvara, which the yogis accept. People who follow the yoga path, they accept. Saivagamasthānam Shiva, people who follow the Shaiva Agama, the Agama which pertains to the Shiva tribe. So, he becomes that Shiva. Kalaikavadinam Kala, he becomes the Kala, the time itself, for people of the people who talk only about time. Now, what is to be understood very carefully here? See, what does he say? Whatever different people accept, he becomes that. This means that all the path leads to the same goal. No, this is not to establish all the paths lead to same goal. There is a very great difference between what we said here. But whatever the Shunyavadis accept as Shunya, that is what this fellow also is gaining. Whatever the yogis accept as Ishvara, that is what this fellow is also gaining. So what is the problem? The problem is he is not gaining these. They are not gaining the self. This fellow is gaining all that. Same difference? No, it is not same difference. There is great difference. See, yavanartha udapane sarvata samplutodake. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, whatever you can perform, whatever act you can perform with a pot water, in the reservoir, with the reservoir water, you can perform many things with that. You can only use the water in a pot for drinking and all, but the reservoir, we can use it for washing, this, that, everything. Similarly, this self, other than self, there is nothing. 1. 2. This self is substratum for all these superimposed ideas. So once, that is why the Shruti says, Kasminnu bhāvo vijñāte sarvamidam vijñātamavati, knowing which everything else is known. So knowing this self, all this is as well known. That is what he is referring to here. Not the other way around. Otherwise, he is not just saying whatever the Shaivas follow as Shiva, or whatever the Vaishnavas say as Vishnu, or whatever the Shaktas call as Shakti, it is all that. He is not just saying that. He is also saying whatever the people who follow the impurity, or who accept impurity, accept as impurity, that is what is this. Now, the Shiva, Shakti and all that, when they talk about that, they say nirguṇa. What is nirguṇa? Attributeless for us. For them, it is not attributeless. They say he is devoid of any bad attributes. Sarva kalyana gunaka. He is endowed with all the auspicious attributes. Now here we say that which is impurity, that impurity is this. So everything is this. There is nothing other than the self. To point out to that, he is referring to this. Otherwise, there is no all path leads to the same goal idea here. Okay. Om pūrṇamadah pūrṇamidam pūrṇāt pūrṇamudachyate pūrṇasya pūrṇamadaya pūrṇamevāvashishyate. Om shanti shanti shanti.